Hello traders, and welcome to Trading the Trend. I am Dennis, and this is my weekly look at the market trends for week ending November 3rd actually. And right now we're looking at the S&P 500 weekly chart, and the Trump rally just continues. And actually this rally began long before the election. This is where the election was, right here, but this rally really began with these two pin bars. You had a green one and a red one that confirmed the reversal, and this happened like first week of February in 2016, and this thing has just been non-stop up since then, and we are actually on the 8th straight all-time high that we've seen on a weekly basis. So 8 straight weeks of all-time highs in the S&P 500. Dow, same situation, just continues to march higher. 23,539. We'll probably see 24,000 shortly this month. Looking at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's been a little more choppy, but it has really taken off here as of late. The area of the market that's not doing a whole lot right now is the Russell, but we definitely have a flag pattern going here. So I do expect this thing eventually to break out to the upside. Unless the whole market pulls back, then this thing could take a pretty hard, since it's the weakest part of the market, it could take a pretty hard nosedive if the rest of the market weakens. Next thing to look at is the US dollar index, and we need to look at this one on the daily since we have this inverse head and shoulders that we're playing. And you know, we had the break last week, and this whole week has just been a consolidation sideways with a pretty good engulfing candle to the upside on Friday. So I would expect this thing to get some momentum and continue upward. We're looking at a target of around 97 on this chart right here. So that would be a pretty good move. Let's go back to the weekly chart. Next thing to look at is oil, and oil had another breakout move this week. It got above that congestion you had here just above 54. We got all the way up to 55.62. So if we back this out a bit, we've cleared this area overhead resistance. Now we're going to be looking to challenge that $60 area. So $60 through about 63 is an important area to get through. That will offer some major resistance as we get up near there. How high this thing goes, anybody's guess. If we come out a bit, this thing actually gave us a inverse head and shoulders bottom back in 2015, 2016. So we're still playing that out here. I mean, this is a long-term trade, and we're probably looking for this thing to move. Let's see here, that we had like $20 move here to the neckline, so $20 from 50. So we're probably looking at a target up here around 70 when this thing finally plays all the way out. So we'll keep watching that. And then next one to look at is the energy sector. After what do we get, a 4-week pullback, we finally got a pretty good up candle this week. So maybe this little flagging pattern we had is ready to break out to the upside. We'll be watching for that. And now let's get into the metals, which aren't looking too good. The pullback in gold continues, although we seem to be finding some support down here just below 1270 on gold. Silver, same situation, pullback. Silver's very much stuck in a tight trading range right here, and it's right in the middle of that trading range between 1550 and 1850. Gold miners, same situation, very tight consolidation here. So you know, this is going to break out eventually, and it doesn't have a whole lot further to move down, so I'm anticipating it will eventually break up. Now let's look at the big mover of the week, which is Bitcoin. And boy, look at that thing, up over $7,400 in 1 week. I mean, $1,000 move in Bitcoin in 1 week. So, you know, what is that, like a 15% gain in just 1 week if you had owned this? Incredible move there. But of course, after such an incredible move, you would expect a pullback. So don't be surprised if this thing doesn't revisit that 6,000 area before moving higher. The other cryptos are just moving sideways. I mean, big consolidation there in Ethereum, big consolidation in Litecoin. Maybe once the surge in Bitcoin ends, maybe some money will go back into these altcoins. But right now, everything's coming out of the altcoins and into Bitcoin. And I think that's where we will leave it at that. So, you know, I just sound like a broken record here. The market just keeps going up, and until we see something to alarm us to a turnaround in the market, we'll just keep playing it to the upside. So hopefully everyone has a great weekend, and I will catch you later.